Hey everyone, today I'm going to be bringing you some strategies on Lockdown Oddball since it is our newest game type in arena gaming. So right here is one of the best places that you can sit the ball, either on green side or yellow side, depending on what base you're on, because you can see the entire map. You're going to be able to see if they're on the top of the other base, if they're on yellow, and then as long as you have a teammate on top of your base with you, he's going to be able to watch the opposite green street or yellow street and be able to tell you if people are pushing. So like right here, my teammate puts shots and someone tells me if people pushing, so we're going to immediately switch places. So now I'm going to go onto the yellow side, and now I see that there's two guys pushing him, so I'm going to start pushing towards yellow and stay alive, and he ends up dying, so now he's going to spawn on the opposite base because everybody is dead on our side. So I'm going to get the ball to him, and then I'm just going to try to stay alive as long as I possibly can. And now here's almost the same thing on yellow side, but now I'm on yellow by myself and I'm getting pushed, so I'm going to get rid of the ball immediately. If you're ever by yourself at a base, you want to get rid of the ball. Don't throw it to green, don't throw it to yellow. And then you can always do this and throw the ball at somebody, but if there's two people there, it's not going to do anything. And now they have the ball, so that was a terrible situation for us. When the ball is bottom middle, you want to get it out of there, and you want to basically find out where your teammates are spawning and just throw it immediately. Don't hold the ball at all. So you want to just try to get the ball at the base at all times. And the only time that you really need to throw it away from the base is if all three people on your team are dead. If there's you and one other person alive still on the base, you can essentially be watching green and yellow, so there's no reason to get rid of the ball, and you have the chance that your teammates could still spawn on you. Now if three people die and you're the only one left with the ball, immediately throw it across the map to the other base, because that's where your teammates are going to spawn. Now in this gameplay, you're going to see me completely show you every strategy you could possibly think of on this map. This game ended up being just a very, very well played game, and the reason that we did pick Oddball on this map is because we tested it on a bunch of other maps, and this was the most balanced, less keep away type map and everything like that. So right there I was bottom middle. I did stay bottom middle a little too long with the ball, but that's because I wasn't positive where my teammates were spawning yet. So once I knew where they were spawning, I got rid of that and got it to top blue. So now we have two guys at top blue, and I'm calling the guy that's pushing him, and right now I'm saying throw the ball across me, throw the ball across me, and my teammate wasn't listening, and he wasn't in position to where he could throw it because I spawned there. Now the rest of my team's going to spawn there because they're all at blue. So they're going to get probably, 20 to 30 seconds pretty easily before we're able to break that setup, because we're all going to spawn red. Obviously green is a huge power position on this map because it is the high point of the map and everything. So it's always great if you could keep somebody up on green, because he's going to be able to shoot at the bases, he's going to be able to shoot at yellow streets, everything like that. He can push into a base fairly quickly, so it's definitely a huge advantage. Me personally, I like to stay on yellow a lot more than green because there's more cover, and even though green is a high point, you have I would say more versatility of where you can push from yellow, because you can get to bottom middle, bottom green. You can push from yellow to green. You can go bottom yellow to top yellow a lot easier than you can in green, because you have to go the streets in green. So you're able to stay alive a lot longer on yellow because of the cover and because of all the angles and where the jumps are and everything like that. And as you can see right there, I stayed alive by going to a base to where my ball guy is. So right now, if I was to die, the ball guy has to throw the ball across the map. But we have three of us now at the top of this, and right here I was telling him to just stay alive, but he went and challenged with the ball, trying to get the beat down for whatever reason. But see, so now because there was three of us alive, the ball guy died and he respawned on blue base, so we still have the control. And right there I got a call out that a guy was coming through, and I had a great play right there throwing the ball to the other team. But unfortunately two other guys did push up from the bottom ramp, and my teammate wasn't able to do anything about it. Now the blue team was pretty dumb right there by throwing the ball out, because they at least had two guys up on top blue, and then they had another guy pushing from yellow. They could have held that ball pretty easily until we were able to get over there, and then they could have thrown it across the map when their team just spawned. But they chose to throw it to yellow, which completely lost them time, lost them control of the map and everything. And now we gained control of the map back. And here's what I'm talking about in yellow. I'm just basically putting shots in everybody right now, cleaning up everything that's getting called out, staying alive, perfect. So, right there, basically we just killed all four of them. My teammate throws the ball over top yellow. Why? I have no idea. It was a terrible decision because we easily could have just had another 20 seconds if he would have just stayed at the base and kept that alive. Right here, I'm just waiting for this guy on top green because he's probably going to be baiting the ball, so I wanted to make sure I killed him before anybody pushed for the ball. And now I am getting call-outs that there's guys on yellow, so I'm going to try to hold them off while we could push for this ball, because the last thing I want to do is just go and have a stupid death by pushing the ball, because, you know, I do have yellow control right now. So this guy, obviously, he can't kill me. I just basically stayed alive as long as I could. My teammates came out and helped me perfectly right there and kept me alive. So at this point, I'm just being a nuisance on staying alive at yellow, and, you know, just putting shots in and killing everybody. They're obviously, you know, if somebody was doing that to me, I would be getting pretty mad and, you know, asking my teammates why they're not helping put shots in them and kill them and everything like that. So we are losing right now, even though we had some really good control and setup. But the reason we're losing is because, you know, a couple of the main times we had control, my teammate decided to get rid of the ball off of one of the top of the bases. So that loses us a lot of valuable time when that happens. So right here, you know, I know that there's at least a couple of them dead. They should be spawning at blue based on where my teammates are right now. So I should be able to hold this ball until they push across the map right now. And at this point, I'm telling my teammate to go top red and watch green because I can sit there and watch yellow. And now that my teammate died at yellow, I need to move over to green, and my other teammate needs to move to yellow. But because there were two guys pushing a yellow, I decided to throw the ball across the map. Because if any of us are to die right now, we're going to spawn blue because that's where our teammate was. And, you know, it was actually a really good decision because my teammate did pick the ball up and got some more ball time off of it, and he still is. And now that blue team pushed at red, they're kind of stuck at red. So they're trying to kill me, and then they have to run all the way back across the map to kill the ball guy. So, you know, it was actually a very smart time to throw the ball. I maybe could have waited a couple more seconds, but overall, it did work out to our advantage for that time being. Unfortunately, right now, nobody's in a position to stop the ball. We're kind of sporadically going over there, and now because that ball guy was the last guy alive, he did throw it, and they threw it to yellow and then to red, which you can do, but by throwing it to yellow where your two teammates are, it just put them in a terrible position because one of them had to pick up the ball instead of putting shots in people, and then the other guy didn't really know what was going on, so we ended up killing 3 of them. Now ball guy's by himself. If he's smart, he's going to throw it across the map, and our key point right there when there's one of them left is do not let him throw the ball. Like, you have to kill him fast enough so he can't throw the ball. If he gets that ball off and gets it across the base, then you're playing that ring around the rosy hot potato type of game where you're chasing the ball across the map. So to prevent that, you have to kill the ball guy. You can't put shots in the other guy or anything. You want to make sure the ball guy cannot throw that ball. If you push top of the base and there's 3 guys there, kill the ball guy so he can't throw the ball, because you don't want him to throw the ball across to where he's going to spawn. That's kind of the key point where everybody seems to not understand it, because they're always like, oh, they're just throwing the ball across the map, and all you have to do is prevent him from throwing it across the map by killing him. So as long as you focus on the ball guy and kill the ball guy so he can't throw it, you won't have to play that keep away game. And as long as you can play the keep away game, I guess you could say, from one base to another, then, you know, you can pull away and the lead fairly quickly in this game. Yeah, I just completely missed a bunch of shots right there. I deserved to die, but I did get the trade. And now the ball is just kind of getting thrown across the map sporadically right here. I don't know how many guys are top blue, but I know that my teammate's bottom blue, so I need to make sure that I'm ready to push, and my other teammate comes in and cleans it up. So now we're set up again on blue base. So I have a teammate watching yellow, I'm watching green, a guy in the base with the ball guy and the ball guy. So pretty much the ball guy is perfectly safe right now unless the guy over at yellow dies or I die. Now when one of us dies, he's going to end up getting pushed. So like right now he's going to get pushed from green. He needs to throw the ball across the map because the next person to die is going to spawn at blue. At least we should. So I should spawn at red, I meant, yeah. So because I spawned across the map right here, all 3 of us actually did. The ball should have been waiting there for us, but he failed to throw the ball across the map. So now they have the ball. Now we have to push back across. You know, I'm lucky enough to get that top control, push you know, 2 of them and kill them fairly easily, but then I get cleaned up across the map, and they actually ended up spawning at blue because they had 2 guys there, and we're going to spawn at red again and have to fight across the map once again. So this is easy time that they're getting right there because our teammate failed to throw the ball across the map. And now they spawn behind us. So, and again, I spawned red, green again. So I'm not spawning on blue, I'm not spawning near the ball at all. I'm having to push across the map way too much to get to that ball, and I'm just dying doing it right now. So my team needs to coordinate a push pretty much. We need to make sure we kill the ball guy and prevent him from throwing the ball to his teammates. And right there, I'd say it's a really dumb move. He threw the ball across the map. I get the double kill with the ball beat down. He threw the ball across the map when his teammates were still alive at blue, and we just spawned at red, so he basically was like, here you guys go, take the ball. Both guys that were pushing me, I killed them both, so obviously it was a really bad play on him. And now right here, I have a great play. I throw the ball at him, he can't get shots on me, and I kill him again. That's the second time this game I've used the ball to get a kill. You know, if there's one guy, if there's one guy charging you, you can do that very easily. Now right there, I'm telling the ball guy to go to green and to throw the ball across the map because he has people pushing him. So if he listens, which he does, he throws the ball across the map to me, and I'm going to continue to get the ball time because he executed that perfectly. And because he threw it across the map, my teammates now can focus on slaying and tell me if there's guys pushing. And because there's guys pushing, I'm going to throw that right back across the map to my teammate, because now if I die, I should spawn at red with my teammate, which I do. So right now we're playing the game absolutely perfect. They're allowing us to get the ball off, which if they would focus more on just killing us when we have the ball, they would prevent us from getting all this time and throwing it from base to base. So that's again why you need to just make sure you kill the ball guy, which they make a really good push right there. They kill the ball guy before he can throw it, and now they're going to be able to gain some time back because we're going to be across the map again and have to push back towards them. And now they try to throw the ball. They fail a little bit because it goes bottom green. That's kind of just a death trap waiting to happen. The only way that that's, you know, a good thing is if you have somebody there to then throw it to the base that you're going to be at. But unfortunately, I get pushed by 2 guys right there, get killed very, very quickly. But my teammates are there, so let's see if they can clean the ball guy up and prevent him from throwing it. And he does. He prevents him from throwing it. I get the guy one shot bottom red. He's going to get cleaned up. And now they're probably going to push a guy from yellow. It looks like 2 guys from yellow, and they're going to have a railgun. So as long as my teammates are aware of that. So I'm going to basically sit here, put shots in them, and prevent them from pushing as long as possible so we could keep getting ball time. And now there's a guy pushing bottom red. So I told my teammate to make sure that he threw the ball across the map because when he dies, he's going to spawn at blue. And it looks like the ball just gets completely grenaded out of the map right there. So that does happen in this. I actually had a point in one game where I was throwing the ball and I got railgunned and I was throwing it, and I've never seen that ball fly so far so fast. It was hilarious. So, you know, this is pretty much all it takes for ball. I mean, you can see how we executed it, some mistakes that were made on our side and on blue sides, what they could have done to, you know, possibly beat us. You know, so make sure that you like our videos, leave comments below if you have any questions and we'll answer them. Let me know what I can do to improve on these videos. Follow us on Facebook, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. You know, all those good simple things to stay updated on what Arena Gaming is doing. And thank you for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Hopefully these strats on Lockdown Oddball will help you and your team out, you know, in the upcoming events. Thanks.